How many days in a week do we spend getting to do whatever we want? We have to wake up at a certain time, finish up work by a set deadline, and even have to meet people we don't necessarily like. So that leaves not much time for us to be free to do what we want. But today, do whatever your heart desires. Be free to do anything you want on one day of the weekend. This is Kevin's Upbeat. Our first song on Kevin's Upbeat for Sunday, September 13th was 빙그르르, Round and Round by 소나무. Hello guys, I'm Kevin from Zell. There are so many responsibilities we have that sometimes our own desires get put on the back burner. But on the weekend, I think everyone should spend time to enjoy themselves. And well, we'll get us started with another show today here on Upbeat on this fun-filled weekend. Here's how you can tune in, guys. We've got FM stations in Jeju Island, 88.7 in Jeju, 88.1 in Seogwipo, 101.9 in Daejeong, and we've got terrestrial DMB as well. And if you're in a Busan area, tune into EFM 90.5. You can also tune into us from New York in the US via smbus.com or SMB Radio. On weekends, you can also listen in from Radio Korea in Los Angeles and Hawaii. Love to hear from you guys, so leave us your comments, messages, and song requests here on the Upbeat message board at www.arirangradio.com/hotbeats. You can write your messages in any languages. Now, guys, let's get started with 닥좋아, Just Right by GOT7, and 유리구슬, Glass Bead by 여자친구, Girlfriend. Here's a segment where we take a topic and songs picked by our listeners themselves. It's Listener's Choice. It's time for Listener's Choice, where our listeners get to pick the 5 songs of K-pop songs that fits a particular topic, and we listen to them. And our listeners not only get to request the songs, but they also get to pick the songs, the topics, and the songs that go well with them. I wonder what songs and topics our listeners picked. Let's read a first message from Kim Yesil from Korea. It's almost fall, but I'm still single. No, what do I do? The songs that I picked describe the moments that I feel the most lonely. Number 1, Yoon Jong-shin's Today's Weather. Now, when the weather is sunny and beautiful, I tend to feel even more lonely because I wonder what I'm doing alone on such nice day. But then again, I feel depressed even when it rains. So I guess all singles feel lonely no matter what the weather's like. Humming Urban Stereo's Stella anniversary. My birthday's in October, and I wonder what I'll be doing that day. I think I'll have to make plans with my friends, and even for Christmas. On any holiday or birthday, it upsets me to know how worried I get imagining being alone on those days. Sister 19's my boy. When I'm shopping with my friends, sometimes I find them at the men's section because they want to buy clothes for their boyfriends. When that happens, I'm just watching them afar. I get mad at them for it, but what can I do? I just need to get my own boyfriend. Baek Ji-hyung's voice. When I'm on my way home, I want to be on the phone with someone, but there's no one to talk to. I feel really lonely on those walks home. I guess I could just call a friend and they pick up. But there are just those times you want to talk to someone else on those days. I wish I had a boyfriend. Yusu's You're Beautiful. When I got all dolled up and I just have to go back home, I feel lonely. When I get my hair done at the salon and even my makeup looks nice and all I can do is take some selfies and just go home, I feel extra lonely. Where is that guy who will love me and show me his affections? Well, don't be too lonely. I'm here for you every single day. Yes, and that I'm sharing your messages here. So, well, that's a good news, right? I'm reading your message and I'm sharing your feelings. But I totally agree in your situations because the season of fall is really, really lonely for those people who don't have a boyfriends or girlfriends. Oh, no. But definitely I'll play your request songs, but don't be too depressed, stressed about that. Okay? There should be a great man, great boy, friend looking, handsome looking guy for you. Okay? Yes, sir? Alright. Here's 예뻐서 You're Beautiful by 유승우, featured by Louis, and 목소리, voiced by 백지영, featured by Katie. 예뻐서 You're Beautiful by 유승우, featured by Louis, and 목소리, voiced by 백지영, featured by Katie. Let's read another message from Ranko from Japan. I want to introduce some of the things that I like to collect through a list of songs. Number 1, Hogak's Memory of Your Scent. I like collecting many bottles of perfume. I don't necessarily like a specific brand, but I just collect wherever I see. I love displaying these small bottles of perfume next to one another. It just looks so pretty. Zez, here I am. I've been collecting all of the Zez album. I get happy every time I buy more albums. Radi's mother. My mom would always leave me small notes with my memos, like eat something before you leave or buy milk on the way home. I like collecting those notes. I think it'll warm my heart later on when I get older and read these notes in my mom's handwriting. 박신혜's story drama is from drama The Hair's OST. I like to collect children's storybooks from all the countries that I travel to. Books that are in that country's language. I don't understand what it says, but the pictures are pretty, and it seems like a pretty unique souvenir to buy. Girls' Day's Twinkle Twinkle. I don't really like accessories that much, but I really like the bracelets. Seeing something shiny twinkling on my wrist makes my hand look prettier. I usually wear black or white clothes, and I like giving a nice little point to my outfit. Well, I do collect some of the, not like characters or like those figures, not characters, figures, yes. There are a lot of people out there who loves to collect figures, trains, caps from the bottles, coins, postcards. Yeah, but I don't have that specific collection. I used to collect a lot of music CDs. But nowadays, I don't buy, well, if I do like them, I collect the CDs, but not like collect them, If I do like the music, then I just buy it, So I wouldn't say that's a collecting, right? Yeah. Anyways, it doesn't have to be, I know some people out there, it doesn't have to be an expensive collection. Some people collect rocks. Yes, whatever they travel to different countries, they just pick rocks from the beach or, I don't know, some place at the place where they stayed in. They just collect the business cards as well. I know some people collect business cards. So I think it's just memories, right? So here's Ranko's recommendation songs. Girls' Day's 반짝반짝, Twinkle Twinkle, and Story by Park Shin-hye. 반짝반짝, Twinkle Twinkle by Girls' Day, and Story by Park Shin-hye. Continuing on with Yerin from Korea. These songs describe some of the daydreams and imaginations that I have often. It's embarrassing, but I'll tell you some of them. Number 1 was Dick Punk's Viva Changchun, Viva Primavera. If I could live in a different country for about 1 year, I'd like to imagine and think about where I would go and what kind of house I would live in. I'd like to paint entire picture inside my head, even though I've never traveled overseas in my life. I'm pretty weird, aren't I? Super Junior's It's You. I'm imagining myself falling in love with an amazing, perfect guy that anyone would fall for. Do you think I could actually meet someone like that during my lifetime? Mamamoo Piano Man. I'm learning how to play piano these days, and I like to imagine myself playing the piano without looking at the keys. I think it's so attractive and amazing to see people playing instruments as well. Autumn Vacation. Still in my dreams. 속아도 꿈결. My dream is to be flight attendant, and like imagining myself doing that job. How it would feel to wear a flight attendant uniform, what it would be like to be working inside of an airplane. Just imagining it makes me so happy. K-Will's Marry You. Doesn't everyone imagine their life after they get married in the future? Because I do it all the time. It's happy, but I think one of the hardest things to go through is marriage. But to me, it looks just so amazing and happy. That's probably because I'm still young, right? Well, a lot of people imagine about themselves for the future What would that be? What would be like? For me, in the future, maybe, yeah, I'll get married one day and be a good dad. I have like 3 kids. I don't know, 5 kids, or maybe even 10. I don't know about that. Anyways, it's a good thing that you imagine yourself and planning yourself for the future. It's and every single year we pass, we make our resolutions, right, for that year. But I hope you go through your goals every single year, and one day you will be, you'll be rich by reaching all the goals that you have made. That's right. So this is a song for you to listen. Super Junior's 너라고, It's You by It's You and Marry You by K-Will. 너라고, It's You by Super Junior and Marry You by K-Will. Next was Yula 23 from Korea. I'm moving next month, so I'll be packing up all my things in my room. And this song list is about things that I'm going to throw away. TVXQ's Hug. I'm going to throw away my bed that I've been using for a very long time. It's been so old that it cracks every time I move. Now I'm going to buy a nice, fluffy, and soft mattress, and I think I'll be able to sleep better. This song has the lyrics, I want to be a bed in your room for just one day. So I picked it. Yuri's Miss Korea. It was pretty painful to do, but I said goodbye to all my clothes that I haven't worn in over 1 year. According to my older sister, there's an 80% chance that you won't wear the clothes that you haven't worn in more than 1 year. I don't know if that's true, but I throw them all away. Park Hyo-shin's memories resemble love. I had only really old cassette player that my dad had bought me, and it's broken, but I kept it for the memories. But it takes up a lot of space, so I decided to throw it away. I took a picture of it instead to keep with me. Kyne's Bloom. I threw away a bunch of makeup samples that are old. I kept them because I thought I would use them eventually, but I worried it might make me break out or something, so I decided to throw them all out. Ladies, don't keep those makeup samples for so long. 2 PM's Again and Again. I have a lot of books, but I decided to only keep the ones I really want to keep, and I'm going to sell the rest of them to used bookstores. I'm going to use that money to buy more new books and fill up my bookshelves. Well, I do clean up my rooms, and I set my rooms very neatly, and those of you who know this. And if I have my own space, which I do now, but if I move to another new house, I would like to paint my room with my favorite color. I don't know. I don't know what color would that be, but it depends on the house, I guess. But anyways, I would like to decorate my interior by myself and paint them. And buy like a new couch, beds, mattresses. Oh, thinking about that is so wonderful, exciting. Here is 2 songs from Kyne. First of all, Kyne, Piona, Bloom, and Miss Korea by Yuri. Let's wrap up the part 1 with the one last song, 2 PM's Again and Again.
Baby bounce, bounce, baby bounce, bounce, baby bounce, 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 baby bounce, bounce, baby bounce. Everybody listen to my voice and just follow the beat. Throw your hands in the air like you don't care and get ready to move your body like this, like that, like this, like that. Come on, like this, like that, like this, and like that. Ooh, feels so good tonight with full of flavor and music. You're welcome to my world. Just listen to my words. You will like it, you like it, girl.
Welcome back to the second hour of Heartbeat. That was Hula Hoop by Omi. Now, let me tell you again how you can tune in. We got 88.7 in Jeju, 80.1 in Sogyepo, 101.9 in Daejeon, and we've got terrestrial DMB as well. If you're in the Busan area, tune into EFM 90.5. If you got a smartphone, just search for Arirang Radio in your app store. It's a free app. You can listen to our program on the move and leave your comments through the smartphone Arirang Radio app. Also, you can listen to Arirang Radio through TuneIn. It's an online radio service site with 40 million users worldwide. You can download TuneIn through Google Play or the App Store. Love to hear from you guys, so leave your comments, messages, and song requests here on the Hotbeat message board at www.arirangradio.com/hotbeat. You can write your messages in any languages. Let's listen to 멋진 엇간, Wonderful Barn by 오대천왕, and I Will Wait by Mumford & Sons. There's a lot of K-pop to listen to and even more K-pop stars to see. If you're not sure what kind of K-pop music you should listen to or which K-pop stars to follow, don't worry, I've got you covered. This is where Kevin introduced some of my favorite K-pop stars, Kevin's Choice. Now, Kevin's Choice, my choice is K-pop's rising star today, is the one and only Playback. 하영, 우림, 소윤, Yena. These four members make the girl group called Playback. The four girls met about 1 year ago, but each have been individually training for about 4 years. They vowed to treat each stage as a new one and try their best, and this past May, they released their first album, Playback. Amidst the many girl groups, this group took their first step. And more recently, member Hayoung was featured in the Kim Youngjun's, the latest single, Cross the Line. And the two showed off some great chemistry. After those promotions, the group is back again as a whole. This time they're back with their second single, I Wonder, featuring Eric, sweet guy Eric Nam. The lovely voices of Playback members meet the sweet voice of Eric Nam to make a great duet track, making a perfect song for the fall season. We will be rooting for them on their new start with this latest album. So let's listen to Playback's song. Here's Playback and 없을까 Isn't There. Two songs from Playback, and 없을까 Isn't There, featured by Eric Nam. And for the next Kevin's Choice, I'll be talking about one of Korea's hottest actors, Han Hyo-joo. As two Korean movies have attracted over 1 million moviegoers, there is another movie silently taking over the box office more recently. It's a movie called Beauty Inside, which is about a man named Woo-jin who wakes up as a different person every morning. A guy, girl, child, grandpa, or even as a foreigner. He meets a girl named Isu. They were and decides to tell her about his secret. This leading female role is played by actress Han Hyo-joo, and throughout the filming of the movie, she had to act 12 different actors. Many of them film crew members and even fans says that this was only possible because it was Han Hyo-joo, proving her acting abilities were on another level. Her beginnings as an actress was actually a sitcom. And after that, she started taking various roles in dramas. In 2010, she plays the leading role in historical drama Dongi, and this got her the Acting Award of the Year. And in 2013 film Cold Eyes, in which she starred alongside Jung Woo-sung, she also received the Best Actress Award at the Korea's Top Movie Awards, making her one of the top actresses in Korea. And just like a new movie that's slowly, steadily, and silently taking over our box office, Han Hyo-joo has proved that she's also an actress who has been steadily building up her career. I can't wait to see what other movies she's going to shine in. Here's Beauty Inside by Yoon Jong-shin and True Romance by Citizens. Beauty Inside by Yoon Jong-shin and True Romance by Citizens. Moving on to another one of Kevin's choices, this time is the original K-pop star Boa. Boa dreamed of becoming a singer at a young age because she loved performing on stage. At 13 years old, she starts training with SM Entertainment for a short 2 years and makes her debut. It was probably a lot of pressure for a young girl to prepare for an album, big performances and even overseas promotions, but despite her age, she does her part and puts in her efforts to become one of the best singers in the world. She soon starts moving forward at the fast pace, going back and forth between Korea and Japan, earning the nickname Asia's Star. Spending her teens and 20s as an international singer. More recently, she successfully puts on a concert celebrating her 15th anniversary since debuting, and she shed a lot of tears. Because she's only looked forward and been running for a long time, she probably couldn't contain all her happiness about her accomplishments. Well, I would like to send her my applause. I'll be waiting for her to make another comeback and show us another side of herself as an Asia star, Boa. Here's two songs from Boa, Kiss My Lips and 그렇노, Disturbance. Kiss My Lips and 그렇노, Disturbance by Boa. Now, Kevin's choice. Now it's time to talk about my choice comeback star. Today's comeback star is CN to the Blue. After being in a spotlight right in the middle of a K-pop boom, group CN Blue will be finally making a comeback after their last track, Can't Stop, back in 2014. Their official comeback date is tomorrow, the 14th, and they'll be releasing their official full-length second album. They prepared for this album amidst their busy individual activities and overseas schedules. And I know many fans are happy to finally see a band promoting all together again. And I know it's not just the Korean fans, but overseas fans as well. Even though it's been 5 years since their debut, CN Blue is still one of the Korea's top idol band groups. Now we'll be listening to their new songs when they're released. So just sit tight, Heartbeat fans. Today we'll be listening to an older CN Blue songs. Here's I'm Sorry and Can't Stop. I'm Sorry and Can't Stop by CN Blue, and here's two more songs for Kevin's choice. 완전 미쳤네, So Crazy by Tiara, and Dance Music by Kim So-jung. It's time to close out Upbeat for Sunday, guys. Here's our last song, Vovogent and Sanchez's Favorite. I'll see you guys tomorrow. 안녕!